My name is Ichira. My name is Jerry Greenberg. I'm from Toronto, and my wife Madeleine is also from Toronto, as are Hirsch and Penny, our next door neighbors. This is a story that I actually said over to a group. I guess it must be about, when did we go to India? India? What trip to India? 7 years ago. I said this story over, but now when I'm saying it over, it has especially much more meaning to me now, because there's a greater understanding in this like this story that I'm going to tell over. At the turn of the last century, in a small shtetl in Belarus, the shtetl, the community, was very small, and they had one cow which was owned communally by the entire shtetl. And unfortunately, the cow which provided milk for the entire shtetl, the cow got sick and it died. And the community was very, very distraught, and they went to the Rav and they asked what they should do. And anyway, the obvious thing to do was to try to acquire another cow. But they were very, very scarce, and they didn't know where to go to find another cow for the community. So somebody in the community, as they were all, very bright people, somebody suggested that they go to Minsk, that they should go to Minsk to get the cow, because they know that in Minsk there is a large number of cows, and perhaps one of them would be available for purchase. So they sent a delegation to Minsk, and they found the cow, and they brought it back to their shtetl, and the community was ecstatic. They now had a cow that would provide milk for the entire group, entire shtetl. Now, because there were so many, B'nai Torah there, somebody came up with a great idea and said that, perhaps we should get more cows and we'll be able to have a business, because as we learned this week, most of the Eden in Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, they were all in business. They had these shops. So one of the people suggested that we should get more cows. But the cows themselves were very expensive, but they did have bulls. So they suggested putting the bull and the cow together in a pen, and they would reproduce, and then they would have an abundance of cows, and they would be able to go into business and sell their milk to all the shtetl around them and make some money. Anyway, they put the bull and the cow together in the pen.
Sounds like a good joke.
And what happened was, whenever the bull approached the cow from the front, the cow would back up. And whenever the bull approached the cow from the back, the cow would move forward. When the bull approached from the left, it would move to the right. And when the bull approached from the right, the cow would move to the left. And no matter what they did, the cow and the bull did not get together. Anyway, they went to the Rav. And they didn't know what to do, so they went to the Rav and they wanted to resolve this situation, this dilemma, because they wanted to go into business. So the Rav said to them, tell me, what happens when you put the bull and the cow together? So they said, well, when the bull approaches the cow from the front, the cow moves back. And when the bull approaches the cow from the back, the cow moves forward. When it approaches from the left, it goes to the right. And when it approaches from the right, it goes to the left. So the Rav says, tell me, did you get this cow from Minsk? So they were flabbergasted. How did the Rav know that they got the cow from Minsk? So they asked the Rav, how do you know the cow is from Minsk? He said, my wife is from Minsk.
Białystok.